What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and today we have another unboxing video. Now, this deck right here was created by the good old Jayne Wallace, which I don't know if you guys remember, but the Crystal Power Tarot deck was also by Jayne Wallace. I think this would make this the second deck for me to have the most of a certain like artist. Actually, this is like the most of one artist tarot deck that I have, but I do have a bunch of cards from The Loving Crystals. Go ahead and check her out. A bunch of her oracle cards. So she's my top oracle card supplier, and I guess right now Jayne Wallace is like fighting to be my top tarot card provider, but these definitely called to me. And they also, the art style and the way that the box was made reminded me of the Crystal's Power Tarot as well. So we all played a role in that. Now, before I get any further in this video, I want to go ahead and thank all of the members of the channel. I want to thank you guys so much because I know I have been going MIA. I've been trying to get my life together, a lot of exciting updates that I can't wait to tell you, but I can't tell you too soon. So I'm trying to figure everything out as I go along. But let me tell you, things are going to change pretty soon. So I want you guys to go ahead and watch the intro, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the unboxing process.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back. So how are you guys doing? I like to always ask you guys how you're doing. I'm trying to get some type of interaction from you guys on the page. I am so sorry. Every time I do my unboxing videos, they are always, ooh, so dark. Oh, look at the little book. So this is the Moon and Stars Tarot. I don't know if I already said it, but it says divulge into the universe for insight and wisdom. And the book, it also has color inside of the book. So I know that's something that a lot of people like. I did not expect anything less than that, because I do have to say that the Crystal Power Tarot book, that booklet also has color pages on the inside. And you know, we always start off with the full, I'm struggling. We always start off with the good old full card. So I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get into these cards. Now, I want to say that they have kind of like a matte, not a matte, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's matte, but also it can pick up the, you know, it's picking up a little bit of the ring light over there. They're pretty thick. New car smell. I'm sorry. You always gotta kind of sniff them. But let's go ahead and let me show you each of these cards. They feel like energetic. If that's one thing I can say, they definitely feel energetic. So this is the full card. And the full card has, these cards have like little keywords on the end. When I actually, let me tell you, when I bought the Crystal Power tarot deck, I really bought it because I wanted some type of keyword on the end of my tarot cards. I wanted something to help me learn how to read the decks, and I really was looking for decks that had like little keywords or something like a learner deck style. Now, I did not find it, but I did find the, you know, the Crystal's Power Tarot deck, and I quite enjoy that, the little words of wisdom that it asks me to take with me as I read during those decks. However, I definitely am happy to finally have a deck like this, and I really enjoy the kind of drawn art style that they have in this deck. It's definitely a different feel. Like the other deck that I have, if you guys haven't already seen the video, the Crystal's Powers deck by Jayne Wallace, the art, while the background kind of matches the same art as the other deck, I will say that this art has like outlines. The other decks seem more flowy, if you will. This kind of has more of a cartoony feel, and it also matches the energy when I first put this deck in my hand. It matches the energy of being very energetic, like childlike in nature, if that makes any sense. Very much so enjoying the coloring on the cards. They definitely make me happy. So much purple. I love, like, I honestly, purple is not necessarily my color. Not like it's not my color, like I don't like it, but purple is Stu's favorite color. But the amount of purples inside of Jayne Wallace's deck only makes me wonder, like, is purple your favorite color? That Chariot card is gorgeous. And then we have the good old Justice card, and I'm just really enjoying the different types of art styles inside of this deck. It seems like I don't know how to really explain it, but there's like this level of kind of like cartoony, but like, I don't know. I'm really enjoying it though. So I was thinking about like what cards I'll be taking with me. See, I honestly can't keep no secrets for long. The things that I was talking about my life changing in the recent future is I should be leaving the country. If you guys have been here for a while, you guys know that at one point I lived in South Korea. Like, so am I going back to Korea? I don't know. Where am I going? But I definitely am trying to go to another country to teach English. Now, I do have a degree in Spanish, and you might say, you have a degree in Spanish, why are you teaching English? And I also have a TEFL certification to teach English overseas, and on top of that, I have a minor in applied linguistics. I really do love language, and so it's really making me feel like that was a thing for me, going and traveling and being able to teach. And it's funny that we're on the healing card, because on top of going to another place and healing and learning, now we're on the obsessive part. When I went to Korea, I was like really obsessed with Korean culture. I was a Korea boo, no other way to put it. And I'm very open about being Korea boo. But I was really obsessed with the culture, and that made me show up thinking that I was going to like, I'm gonna do this with the tarot cards in mind. We got the transformation card, the tower right here, that had me thinking that I was just gonna show up in Korea and all of my problems that I left back in America, they weren't gonna be there anymore, or they weren't my problems anymore. But going to Korea really, and I'm going to try to use all of the keywords from now on, but it really inspired me to actually start a deeper healing journey, because I was under in the moon card, misinterpretation. I was under the misinterpretation that if you leave your problems behind, they are gone. No. I was trying to be positive. And I was thinking like positivity, with my positivity mindset, that once I left America, everything would be good because I would be leaving my abusers behind. However, the universe came back and showed me with action, showed me with not just signs, but showed me with action. The Judgment card showed me with action that I am safe nowhere. And through going through that experience, it really completed this, the world card, it completed this idea that to go to another place is to be more safe, opposed to the world is in general not really a safe place. Do you feel me? I lost the Ace of Cups, a lot of satisfaction with the world. Because my relationships, even when I went all the way to Korea, my relationships still did not feel like the celebrations these celebrations that I wanted my relationships to be. I wanted a distraction. I wanted a distraction, and all that led me to was some grief. I'm having so much fun right now. You guys don't understand. But that grief was really from the past that I never really healed. And so I was stuck in a delusion thinking that just walking away from the past, not thinking about the past, not even interacting with the past would mean that I was healed. However, I really lacked that introspection that I needed that told me, girl, if you do not stop lying to yourself, you are not going to find, aka fulfillment or completion with your loyalty to romancing your past, okay? And I wasn't gonna find any completion. I wasn't gonna find any healing. I wasn't gonna find anything in my past if I ran from it. I wasn't ready for those lessons. So growing up, I had a deep level of empathy. Okay, I'm enjoying this. Are you guys enjoying this? I had a deep level of empathy. Some would call me an empath, but I didn't have any support. And because of that less or none support that I did not have, I couldn't really tap into my growth. Okay, I couldn't tap into my growth, and I was very unbalanced. Very unbalanced. My life was always filled with excitement, if you could call it that. And the excitement was there was just always something happening. And I really lacked control. I truly lacked that control. And so that made me very insecure. Honestly, that made me very insecure because I felt like kindness was not something that I deserved because I never really received it. In my vision, right? I had this idea of perfection. I had this idea of perfection. I had this idea of comfort. I had this idea of wealth. Now I look back at the prospects of the situation. Now, does it show that I don't know what the word prospects mean? But I look back at the prospects of the situation, and I look at the lack of trust I had in my environment, and I look at the lack of stability I had in my environment, and I look at the lack of security I had in my environment, and I have now come to an understanding. Sometimes life will put you at a crossroad. Sometimes life will put you at a heartbreak. Sometimes life will force you into a box. And it's only trying to make you go through this recuperation process. I don't know how to pronounce the word. It's trying to make you go through this recuperation process because life is not about revenge. Life is not about revenge. Life is about movement. Life is not about deceit. No, it's not. Life is not about anxiety. Life is not about trauma. Hell, life isn't even about the conclusions, the end of the road. Life is not about you live your life, you get to the end, and this is your entirety of this life. No, life is about education. And not just, I'm gonna go to school and learn. It's about education of humanity. Learning about yourself. Life is not about the drama. Life is about the independence. Life is about the knowledge, the independent knowledge that you tap into. When you look around and you say, I'm tired. And it's not, I'm just tired of how my life is. No, I'm tired of being tired. That is when you truly tap into the knowledge. A lot of people will be like, I'm tired. And then y'all can be tired for years. Be tired for years. Be tired for decades. And still not know the answer. Life is about new beginnings. New beginnings that you can't always plan. Life is about communication. Life is about celebration. Hell, life is even about chaos sometimes. Because through chaos, we really appreciate the peace. Life is about achievement. Tapping into that resilience. Sometimes we gotta slow down the speed. Sometimes we gotta slow down because we're afraid, fear. We're afraid of the burdens that come with inventing a new you. We're afraid to not know everything. We're afraid to be at level 1 again, because as you go, you're going through these levels, you're going to be at a lower level after you pass a certain test. It's like the ninth card in anything is like the right before the 10. There's a little bit of a hesitation because once you get to 10, what happens after 10? You're going back to number 1. We're afraid to be immature. We're afraid to not have the knowledge because we don't want to be wrong. But we have the charisma. We have the charisma and we have the passion. And with all of those things, we have the Moon and the Stars Tarot deck by Jayne Wallace. Thank you for coming and spending some time with me. Much love, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Let me know if you enjoyed the way that I showed the cards today. I really do enjoy these cards. They definitely give me this energy of like this bright, intelligent, like it's just the energy that it gives me is a best friend, right? And I very much so love this deck, and I would say that you guys should also go ahead and get this deck. If you want to get this deck, I do have a Amazon storefront, so if you buy it from Amazon, I will get a commission from it. But again, this is the, oh, and I didn't even show you guys the back of the cards. I'm sorry. I did not show you guys the back of the cards. But again, this is the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jayne Wallace. And definitely, I would say get this deck. Now, the only setback I have about this deck is if you're a new person, like new to learning tarot cards, the elemental cards, like the swords, the wands, the cups, and the swords, wands, cups. Wait, pause. Earth, wind. Oh, swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. Those cards are just represented by an icon. It doesn't really give you the message like a Rider-Waite deck would. So if you're just learning, I don't know if that's the best way to go unless you have a good memory, right? You do have the book. I tend to read my my card. I look at my book every once in a while, but I tend to read intuitively. And I know that not everyone does that. So if you don't really necessarily plan on reading intuitively, like you're like, I don't necessarily need to see these cards to get my reading, then I definitely do think that this is the deck for you. It has a magnetic class system, and the box is pretty sturdy as well. And also it has that little, you know, I kind of wish that it was gilded in this, because oh my goodness, I love some gilded decks. Either way, much love and positive vibes, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye.